This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use MMA 199 for $1.99 domain or transfer. Defense Soap. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off your entire order. Hey fans, it's MMA Nuts, episode 201.
201.
My name is Ingo Weigold.
Matt Griffith, MMA show by MMA fans, for MMA fans, where we walk the line between serious and a ridiculous.
Yes.
A ridiculous.
Speaking of ridiculous, it's
What?
like a sweaty armpit outside.
It is.
Gross.
That's why, luckily, we have air conditioning. We're sitting in the
Beautiful.
fucking confines of the Griffith
Yes.
residence. Hopefully, the Blackhawks will have won, and they're in the Stanley Cup Finals. So
Thus far, no news on
It's 4-4 going into overtime, and I refuse to look until the fucking show's over. So I'm just going to celebrate.
You want me to tell you what happens?
No,
Okay.
don't tell me. I'll just celebrate ahead of time and say, congratulations, Blackhawks.
We're making it into the
I
Stanley Cup.
sure as shit didn't just jinx you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all work out. What else is happening?
I don't know.
Painting a lot.
I've been painting. I've been. I had a broken down stove. I had to replace my stove today. That was a fiasco.
It's always fun.
Yeah, but it's all just money. What can you do?
Fuck it.
You make it, you spend it.
Yeah.
You make it, you spend it.
Make it rain. You know, it's all good.
Yeah.
Tsunamis.
Like what kind of tsunamis?
Those are my favorite.
Okay.
I'm a tsunami maker. If you have a
Okay. You make tsunamis
Fuck yeah.
for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent.
To my LinkedIn says. That's what's great about running your own business. You could put whatever the fuck title you want down anywhere. Besides Head Ninja, Tsunami Maker. What else?
I don't know.
I
Does
don't
it
know.
really say that on your LinkedIn?
Check it out.
That's awesome.
You know why?
I should change mine up.
No fuck, skip it.
Mine is like a combination of like real business and
Yeah.
this business, and it's kind of confusing for people. I think. What is this guy doing?
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Well, you always kept one profile. I actually had two. It's like I gotta keep one over here and one over there. And
I don't
finally,
care.
when this one went away, I just said, fuck it. Now I can finally be free of the system, free of the man.
Yeah. Because I figure Google already, like if someone's looking at my profile,
Yeah.
why try to hide it? Because it's like they could Google me and they would find
Yeah,
everything
you're fucked.
anyways. So I can never get another job ever again.
You won't need to. This will all work out.
Hopefully.
All work out.
We'll see.
Ready for some news?
Ready.
I don't even know how I should prelude this first story. I could maybe just say 2 words and just see what you think about it. Wanderlei Silva.
I don't know what's wrong with that guy. He's on some bad medication.
What the
Something is going on
fuck
with him.
happened?
He's lost his mind.
So he runs, they come to drug test him. He decides he wants to be Alistar over him and just fucking runs. I think that's a good move. I would say,
Yes.
I would say, it's better to run and not take a test.
Did he literally like run away?
Yes, the reports are in. He literally ran away.
Wow.
But it's better to run away and not fail than to take it and fail. But
Is it? I don't know. I thought it was the same thing, isn't it?
I think so. But you got to look at, because Alistar Overeem did this, and they let him take the test at a later date. Unfortunately, I don't think Wanderlei's going to get the same kind of treatment.
I don't think Overeem literally ran. I think he just kind of like snuck out and disappeared.
I don't know.
Wanderlei, the way it's been described, it sounds like there's like Wanderlei like running. Like, I'm out of here. Oh my God, I gotta go. And then,
Go ahead.
well, didn't he say he didn't like there was a translation problem or something?
But really, if a guy's got, I don't have a cup, I see one over there, but a cup of hand, you know what you need to do.
I
Not
need your
sign a
urine right now.
contract and all this other bullshit. So now that fight is ruined. So once again, we've wasted a episode or a season of Tough, where you have the 2 coaches that can't fight at the end.
But that's
And-
okay
Yeah.
because they made the fight better, in my opinion.
Well, they also made it more challenging because Chael said he was weighing about 236 right now.
Ouch.
And yes, he's going to fight Vitor Belfort at what, UFC 175?
At 185,
Right.
not 205.
Yeah, and Chael's a little confused. He said, I signed that contract for 205. and now it's going to be 185. So that's a shit. He's got to cut like 51 pounds.
Well, how can they do that though?
What?
How can they make him cut 20 more pounds?
Sign the contract. Well, I mean, I would imagine he has to sign a new contract to fight at 185 against Bellator.
175. When is that? Is that in July?
I believe so.
Can he make that weight? That's pretty.
That's a lot of weight to cut.
50-some
That's
pounds.
Anthony Rumble Johnson territory.
Is he fucking with us though? Is he really?
No, he looked pretty.
We saw him in Chicago, and I mean, he was a big dude, but I was like, I don't know, 230. Is he really that big? He's tall.
Well, you know, he did just come off the TRT, so he may be on something else. But he did take a drug test. What if he fails the drug test?
Oh, that would be some irony, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Vitor passes the
Christ.
test, and
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen does not pass.
And that's not even a safe bet. Vitor. Well, I want to go back.
Can he get licensed in Nevada?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Because he still has to go before the commission and apply for the license, and there may be some issues. I know Kaiser's not there, so he may get a better treatment with him not there and failing or not passing a test in the past. But back to Wanderlei, now he's at the point where Dana said it's really up to the Nevada State Athletic Commission as to what are they going to do with him. I mean, literally, he should get a 9-month suspension, I would imagine.
For running away, yeah.
Yeah, for not taking a drug test. You got to take the fucking test. But it's just random drug testing. Not a fan.
I'm a fan. I like it.
It's so expensive, it's $40,000 or something.
It doesn't matter, because we get to talk about this nonsense.
It's true.
It makes good
I can't lie.
conversation for the show. Because and it just, I think you almost admit guilt by running away, right?
Yes, you
Don't
do.
you?
You do, 100%. 100% guilty in my book.
I don't know.
Pride rules, Ingo.
I'm with you. Pride rules, no drug testing.
Yes,
one event a year.
Yes. Just let them fucking open weight. You fucking show up, whatever you weigh. We're good to go. We're throwing what they call them, Lobos.
A winner takes all tournament.
Sure.
$100,000 up for grabs.
Fuck it, $1 million. You could charge me $100. Here's the deal. I'll throw it out there. If you want to throw me one Pride Rules event, I'd be willing to pay $100 for that pay-per-view.
Sure.
Give me 15 fights. Solid fights, though.
Yeah.
None of this bullshit. I'll do an all-day event. And make sure it's when we're barbecuing all day. That day it's in the near future.
Yes,
fucking gorging. I'm going to gain about 15 pounds of 100% muscle.
I figure the way that's going to work for the barbecuing is we have like a lunch, which is like easy shit to cook, like burgers or something.
Okay.
You know, some salad.
Yeah.
And then while we're having our lunch, we put on some ribs or brisket to smoke, which takes a long time. Which that will be dinner.
Okay.
You know.
I like where you're going with this.
So while we're consuming said barbecue, we're preparing for the next phase.
And then we should get some organic corn. We can throw that on the grill too.
Okay. I like it.
Corn.
Yeah.
I like the mushrooms too.
Mushrooms are good.
Not the medicinal kind, with the.
But we should get those too.
Eating kind.
We should get all of that and more. But if you can't combine heavy eating with heavy mushroom usage, it's not a good plan.
Probably not.
You will not feel good. You must have empty bowels.
Yes.
So.
I like to buy a vol. Where's Vanna White? Does she even still work the?
She does.
thing?
She works it. She
How
looks
old
like
is she?
she's old.
60.
She's pretty old.
Can't fucking turn it quite anymore. Oh,
she doesn't have to turn
walk
it.
her out.
It's electronic. So
Really?
she just taps it and it goes ding.
That's
ding,
some fucking bullshit.
ding.
You got to work for that. That's pussy.
I always
in my
wondered,
book.
how does she know where to go? Does she have the words? Does she know?
She's a cheater, though.
How does she know?
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
How does she know?
I don't know. Things that make you go, and go.
I don't know. What else you got?
What do you think about Paul Daley coming back to the UFC?
Yes!
You in for this?
I like it. Why not? Well, he hit one said Koscheck after the bell. I don't even like Josh Koscheck.
I know. Who am I to say blasphemy on hitting
Whatever.
a guy after the bell when his name is Josh Koscheck?
Yes. That was a bullshit fight, wasn't it? Didn't he get taken down like a million times?
Probably.
Yeah, and Koscheck rode him out. Yeah.
Because I guess Daley's management has contacted UFC, and Lorenzo is okay with him coming back, but is throwing it over to Dana White, and Dana is kind of on the fence. He said, no one's ever done this in the UFC before.
Hit
Sucker
somebody
punch someone.
Yeah, well.
What are you going to do?
The guy's on like a 12-fight win streak or something, isn't he?
Yeah. And I would let him back in. At this
Why
point,
not?
Yeah, I think he's
Koscheck's like all
away.
but retired at this point.
Yeah.
Right? So
I'd let him back in. I say, fight on, young man. Fight announcements for the week. Mark Hunt, Roy Nelson.
Yes.
Rumored in Japan. I like that. And then the other barn burner, which I can't believe they're making. Matt Brown and Robbie Lawler.
I love it.
Fucking sick.
Awesome.
So both of those
Was there
are
one more?
sick fights.
No.
As far as interesting fights that are about to happen, I don't know.
I forgot. I think
Like
there was
those
one more.
were
Those are the two for sure.
two of the main ones. And then moving into the Bellator pay-per-view, the rumors were at confirmed, I think, 65,000 buys and possibly up to 100,000, which I think is a good thing to have another. You need to have some sort of competition with the UFC. And to see another organization do anywhere, if you're over 50, I think 50 is what they want to call the Mendoza line as far as a pay-per-view buy rate. If you're over 50 and you're not UFC, good. If you hit 100,000, great.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing them.
Mm-hmm.
You want to promote that shit? We have a website.
Yeah.
Do
yes.
it. Do it. Call out. Viacom, this is you.
Yeah.
Talking to you.
It's going to happen. We're in negotiations for things
Yes. Always negotiating.
unsaid. We cannot discuss.
Everything's being negotiated. Did you know that?
Behind closed doors.
Hand jobs given. Blow jobs delivered. Check is in the mail.
Yes.
Moving right along. So there were 2 UFC fucking events. There was something like 13 hours of programming.
Correct.
Devastating programming, Ingo. I probably watched approximately 2 hours of it.
Okay.
I wasn't too excited for. I was gonna say I'm not too excited for all these fights.
Sorry.
What are you gonna do? One was on Fight Pass, the other was on Fox.
I don't have said Fight Pass. I know you have it. I could share it, I suppose, but I just don't have the time to watch 13 hours of UFC of like I don't know.
People I haven't heard
roster
of fighting.
programming. I mean, I'm a big fan of like the Munoz versus. I like a Gegard Musashi, and I mean, but it's like fuck. These cards are.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which one even happened first. I guess it doesn't matter, but
Brazil.
was that the Damian Maia fought some guy and basically went for a submission, head mount, and I understand it because he's riding 2 losses, needs to get a win, but fuck. Go for the submission. Go for the finish, because it looked like he was coasting in my book.
He probably was.
Then you have the CB Daley versus Kermont, and there was this weird moment during the fight where they're both hitting each other, and then there's a picture of both of them with their hands out like this, looking at each other. Like,
What?
come at me, bro. Come on, come on. They kept throwing down. CB Daley gets the win, and it almost looked like. The last time Kermont fought, when GSP was in the corner, GSP was throwing the water on his back, greasing him up a little bit.
Correct.
And right before this fight is starting, you see GSP up there. Plus, he's got the fucking bionic leg from, mid-thigh all the way to his ankle to hold that knee in place. He's getting ready to dial up the water and throw it, and they cut right away as GSP is about to do it. I'm not saying GSP is a cheater, but GSP is a cheater. And go. He likes the grease.
Or water.
Or water.
Maybe
Who
there's
knows
grease
what,
in
it
the
might have
water.
been baby oil in that water,
Ooh,
for all I know.
that would be messed
I'm
up.
not saying anything. I wanted to hit the corner cam, but it doesn't work on Fight Pass.
Why?
It's not available, apparently.
Huh.
Which is kind of frustrating. I thought I paid $10
Could you watch the
a
corner
month.
cam instead of watching the fight?
That's what I want. I wanted to see what is
The whole
GSP
time.
doing. This motherfucker, I know he's throwing shit on his back again. I know he's greasing him up.
Hey guys, with about 1 minute, 56 seconds, you need to cut. I must do something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cut the corner cam. That's the worst GSP impression ever.
I'm trying to think. You might be from Russia. I think GSP has been visiting the Ukraine or some sort of Slavic type.
Fucking hell. I don't know. But you forgot to mention something, though.
What?
ONE FC had an event this weekend. That's what I was looking
Ben
for.
Askren.
He finished somebody.
He's a
Crazy.
world beater, Ingo.
Submission, Bakhtiar Basov.
Yeah.
Arm triangle, round 1, 421. He is not a point fighter, sir. He finishes
I
fools.
don't think I've ever called him a point fighter.
He's called them the
I don't think
blanket.
I've ever talked about him in Askren fight.
Yeah, it's the first time.
But
One
I'm very open to other leagues.
FC for sure with the Rich Franklin.
Yeah, he's like the VP now.
Yeah.
And congratulations to him.
Yes.
He got the blessings from the UFC.
Yes, he did.
Spoke to the UFC like a man, as Dana White would say. And then he said to Randy Couture, not so much of a man. He said Randy Couture is kind of a snake. Kind of does things on his own.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't cross the Dana White. He cries a lot.
He likes to be the Don Corleone of the shit, you know, so everyone's going to come up and get his blessing. It's like, maybe Couture is like, fuck you and your blessing.
Well, Couture was the one who probably made a shit ton of money because he never gave away his rights.
Nope.
And that's why he was in the EA MMA game,
Yep.
right?
And now he's in the Expendables.
Fuck yeah.
The movies.
He played it right. You gotta, if you've got the leverage, you might as well take it.
Yeah.
So, good for him. Good on him.
Good on him.
What else? Musasi versus Munoz. Musasi fought a very strategic fight where he went with a lower base than normal.
Okay.
So Munoz couldn't get the takedowns. He's probably stuffed 4, if not 5. I think he got taken down once.
Or 12.
Yes. And then he had Munoz on the ground. Ends up getting the submission, little Ronak choke. And it was somewhere in the first round. And he looked good. Dana White, you know, trying to preach the Musasi. I don't know why the media ranked him number 11. Because he went to a decision with Machida. Well, he had a couple of shitty fights in the UFC and didn't look too impressive. So
Yeah.
that's why he's ranked 11.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know if I ranked him anywhere. I only go to 5. Past 5, go fuck your mother. I'm sorry. It's like Joey Diaz and blue cheese.
Yes.
I'm just saying. So next for Musasi, I'd like to see him fight Rockhold. I think that's an
Yeah, that would be
interesting
fun.
matchup. And probably about the same lines. And Munoz, you can fight Carmont and have a loser leaves time kind of match.
Okay.
And then Musasi, when he won, he posted the most awesomely awkward picture where he's drinking like out of a oh, you can't see it on this one. He's drinking out of a champagne glass, and he's got a I Love Berlin fucking shirt on that doesn't quite fit him, and he looks a little special in that picture, but anyways.
He does love Berlin. Wasn't the fight in Berlin?
Yes. And then there was some controversy with the mats or something. They shipped the wrong canvas to one of the countries, so I don't remember. It's confusing when I'm watching 2 events in one day as to what event, because one of them, I swear, the Octagon didn't have the UFC in the middle. It said something else.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I think they mixed them up, but
Okay, cool.
weird.
Man, Berlin, we should have gone to that fucker. We gotta go out.
Well, if they have a better card that
we don't
makes
go.
me-
We go for the card. We don't go for the card. We go to Berlin. We go to Berlin, man.
What do we do in Berlin?
We drink.
Do they have gluten-free goodness for
I
me?
don't know.
Just give that man vodka. He needs potato-based vodka. We'll be set.
and Wurst. Give him a lot of Wurst and kraut.
Blood sausage.
That's it. That's all you need.
I like the kraut, actually. Fuck
Kraut's
yeah,
awesome.
give me the
I
kraut.
haven't had kraut in a while. It's
Me
been a while.
neither. It just gets expensive. We got see. This brings up another good point. If we've got a week, we better start pickling some shit.
What do you mean a week?
If you say your wife's leaving, you got a week free.
Yeah.
We should pickle shit.
We're
We
gonna
should start
pickle.
pickling shit.
Pickled goat testicle.
Whatever. I'm growing cucumbers. We could make
Yeah.
real pickles.
I
God
got
damn it.
I got some chili peppers growing and some habaneros and
pickle everything.
some banana peppers.
Oh, fuck, let's do it.
Yeah, I love
Keep
pickles.
talking about it. We never
Pickles
We've
are
been
awesome.
talking about pickling shit
We're
for
talking
years.
about- yes, I'm trying to get us a pickle sponsor. There's a company in Detroit called McClure's Pickles.
Mm.
They're growing. I've been trying to see if they might sponsor us.
That would be
Apparently
awesome. I would
they-
like pickles on set. 'Cause let me tell you, in a medicated
Right now,
state,
like,
pickles not going to do too much damage to you.
no, you can eat those all day.
Yes. Yes.
I'm a pickle addict.
Moving right along. What was the other big fight? Miocic and Maldonado.
Yes.
That one didn't work out too well.
didn't last very long, did it?
No, because Maldonado, not a heavyweight, steps up, thinks I could just stand here and bang it out. I'm going to make it a bloodbath.
Bloodbath.
Miocic, a little bit faster, hits a lot fucking harder than the 205ers, and in my book, looked like it was stopped a little too soon. I would let that fight go a little longer, but
Stipe's from the Cleveland, Ohio Raza team, so we like Stipe. He's the man.
yes, thought there was a Drew Carey reference in there.
No. Compredo always talks highly about Stipe. We trained very well with him. So, speaking of Compredo, actually, we were just talking about this, the difference between like a professional and a not so professional guy. He always mentions Brock. He's like, because he's got a guy that's training under him that just fought at XFO, Curtis. Are you done with the news, by the way? Or is there more?
Well, that was the last fight. I was going to say, just for Miocic, make the Junior Dos Santos fight happen next, because that was the one that was supposed to happen. He pulled out.
I like it.
Make that happen, and then
that's it.
proceed.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was talking to him this week, and we had a really interesting conversation about the difference between like a professional fighter and somebody who's kind of half-assing it, and how some of these guys come into like the UFC and they just stall and they get, you don't never see him on a main card. Because like he would tell me, like when you go to, like when he was training with Brock, it's weird. It's like they say training starts at 10 o'clock. Well, he's like, the first week I'm there, the first time I went out there, it's like I show up at 10 and it's like all the guys are already warmed up, sweaty, ready to go. When they say 10, they mean 10 is when we're working.
Yes.
Yeah, it's you need to be ready to work. And we're not warming up at 10,
Yeah.
And he's like, Brock had a regimen. It was like, he's doing this on this day. And everything is planned out. And he's like, if you get injured, they send you home. It's like, it's not, they don't get mad. They just say, no, seriously, go home. Like, bring somebody else in. They don't want anybody in camp that they have to baby or none of that stuff. And, he's got a guy that he's been kind of working with from Chicago, the Curtis Blades, I think is his name. Big heavyweight dude. I think I told you about him. I rolled with him a couple times. It was pretty fucking scary. This guy's big.
Probably just grabs your leg.
He's
strong,
big.
and you can't. That's fucked up. If a guy's so strong and he can grab your leg and just control you,
throw you around.
Your leg versus his arm.
Well, Compredo told me that a couple times Curtis had his back, like when they were training, and he would just pick him up and suplex him like it was nothing. And Compredo's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm scared sometimes rolling with this guy, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Like, he's trying not to get injured.
Yeah, because you're at that point where technique should overcome strength, but there's a point where youth and strength and athleticism. Yeah.
But he was talking about that guy and saying how, it's a shame because he won't listen, because Compredo wants to take him down that route and say, like, you need to be doing this on this day, that on this day. You need to, and he just keeps going to gyms where they kiss his ass, and everybody's like, he's this young guy, 22, 23. He went out to Stipe's place, and I guess, like, he had some issues, and they sent him home from there because he wasn't like working out. Or it's a shame, like, the difference between like a guy who makes it all the way. And I always think of like Tim Kennedy. I heard him on the Rogan podcast, like talking about, and some of the guys, like just how they talk about like their training. I think it's really interesting how, I think the level of competition that you're at, like you really got to bring your A game. I think, what was it, the vegan guy, I keep forgetting his name, that was on the Rogan podcast too.
Danzig?
Yeah, he was talking about the same thing, like the training regiment. And
That's
it. I got to somehow put that together.
Yeah.
But I find it real interesting because, I mean, a guy like Stipe, who Compredo speaks highly of, is like, that guy's a true professional. And, you got guys in the sport who are treated that way, and then other guys are just like, figure it out. I don't know. Pure talent, pure, whatever, but.
Yeah, talent will only get you so far. You got to put the fucking work in. You got to work hard, period.
Smart.
Yeah.
Diet, regimen, everything, sleep, rest. It's all related, so.
Drugs, PEDs, vitamins.
Drugs.
Crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine is good
That's
for
not
you
gonna work.
in moderation.
Cocaine might.
Crack cocaine?
I wouldn't advocate it.
Crack cocaine?
Matt Brown.
Yeah. Didn't he do crack cocaine?
Yeah, didn't he say his first fight he was high on
I don't know.
coke or something?
Maybe.
I thought that's what he said when we talked to him.
That's one drug I will never try. No thanks.
He's undefeated since he was on the podcast. I'm just saying. If you come on our show, you're probably going to go on a fucking 10-fight win streak.
That's a good point.
So.
What if he wins the belt? Oh, Johnny Hendricks.
See?
Like, hey, wait a minute here.
You interviewed him.
Yes,
you
way back in the
Tim
day.
Takedown.
He's been like, now he has the belt. It's strange.
ago.
We have some sort of good karma.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So,
What else?
where should we go into?
You want to talk about this card coming up?
I suppose.
But first, let's talk about sponsors. Brought to you by DefenseSoap.com.
Any. Awesome.
Where you can
Keep
save
going.
15% going to DefenseSoap.com and entering the code MMANUTS. You can order all their shit. They got excellent products. My still favorite thing of all time is the bar of soap. Very simple product, easy, works every time. As Matt tries to fumble with his computer,
I got 2 PowerPoints
not working.
open. That's always a problem.
Your system is shutting down.
Not to worry.
But seriously,
I got 2 things open.
go to DefenseSoap.com and save your monies 15% off.
Yes.
Is it working?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. We have a Vio commercial.
Yeah. Now I've got to fucking edit the show.
Sony. Why?
Because it's all fucked up.
It's okay. Technical difficulties. What you guys don't know is that we are running this presentation off. How old is that laptop? Like 10 years? 11 years old? And somebody had told me to like fucking replace my iPad, and I'm thinking, why? We have a thing on the set that's like older than my kids are. It's like,
can't even drive like this. There you go.
you can drive. You're good. Uh-oh, click the ad title. That's bad news.
Not to worry, kids.
Click the ad title.
Not to worry. I'm a fucking professional.
Yeah. Hey, while you're doing that, let me talk about this.
Keep going.
I picked up Watch Dogs this week.
How is that?
And it's pretty decent, I would say. It's a little hard to get used to controlling and playing. It's like Grand Theft Auto meets Assassin's Creed, sort of, in a way, with hacking. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
I hear you.
I'll have to.
We're moving right along.
Hey, look at that. Right back where we were. To Fight Nights! Henderson versus Khabilov!
See?
Happening.
It took me 5 minutes to get there.
You're fine. You don't have
good.
to edit anything. That's all part of the show.
I like it natural. Free flow.
Yep.
Right?
Like Sans Lube.
Yeah.
Perfect. Happening June 7th at the Tingley Coliseum in Albuquerque, New
one?
Mexico. Tingley.
Tingly?
Tingly,
Like
yes.
someone playing with your balls. It feels a little tingly.
That's Jingly. That's a whole different Coliseum. In Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Coliseums. I like Coliseums.
It's the first event hosted in New Mexico by Zuffa. First.
Where are you going with this? I'm ready to follow you.
Sorry. It's the first UFC hosted in Albuquerque. They did have a WEC there before, near it.
Okay.
But, it's pretty exciting.
Hey, speaking of that, did you see that the UFC and Bellator are going to be having an event on the same night within 10 miles of each other?
No, when's this?
I don't know. In the next couple months? I just read the story
Awesome.
early.
That's great.
I am
reporting
very good
that.
with-
Like, I don't know.
My memory is for shit, but I know it's happening. And
You're like
I read it today.
Bert over here, like, I don't know. And I think, well, maybe. I'm not sure. That might not be right. Don't fucking believe anything I say.
I'm right 90% of the time.
I love Bert Kreischer. Whenever
Half
he
the
comes
time.
on the Rogan podcast.
He's out of his mind, by the way. He's awesome.
I think the line of the show was, in Florida, we take Valium for fucking sunburn. Like, what?
That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy, Doc.
Yes, it is.
All right, we're talking about 2 fights. We start with, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we got Diego
The Nightmare!
Sanchez. He's 24-7 versus Ross
The real deal!
Pearson. He's 15-6 with 1 no contest. Sanchez 6 wins by KO, 9 wins by submission. Pearson 5 wins by KO, 5 wins by sub. So I want to lay out some facts first. So
Okay.
Diego, he's sitting on 2 losses, and he's never lost 3 fights in a row. 9 of his last 10 fights have gone to a decision.
Ouch.
Though. I hate when this happens. And the weird thing is, when we talk about the next fight, Ben Henderson, 9 of his last 10 fights have also gone to decision.
Yes.
So this fight, you look at Diego's last fight, he fought Miles Jury. Miles just picked him apart on the feet. And on paper, you would think Pearson should be able to pick Diego apart on the feet. But Diego's got this weird, this yes power where he's able to suck you into these fucking brawls.
Yep.
And you look at that Melendez fight. It took him till the 3rd round, but then he finally suckered him in.
Yep.
And then finally
They were
he
going
got
for
trading,
broke.
and then he dropped him. And he probably shouldn't have gone for the choke or whatever, some kind of a submission. He should have just pounded him out. He might have got the win. But I feel this is one of those fights where Diego can sucker Pearson into this brawl.
Perhaps.
And I think that's what he's got to do to win. And Do I think I'm gonna go with Sanchez? Fuck it, second round TKO. That's what I'm gonna take. And Pearson, he's coming off the last fight against Guillard where there was a debatable. I think it was a knee to a grounded opponent.
Mm-hmm.
It's debatable, and it was ruled a no contest. So, still sticking with Sanchez. What say you?
Well, I'll leave you with this quote.
Go.
Diego obviously coming back now officially as the Nightmare because he's fighting in his hometown.
Did he come out?
He said he's back as the Nightmare.
Why do they gotta keep listing him as the Dream?
The Dream is dead. The Dream is over.
Love
baby.
it. See, if he's a Nightmare,
he's a Nightmare.
Pearson's got no chance.
It's
all about nicknames.
He says, all of the great battles I've been in my career come down to chemistry. Me and Gil Melendez and Clay Guida. It came down to chemistry of the fighters. That's what makes something truly special, and I see that happening with Pearson. It's an 11-year homecoming. This might be the last time I get a chance to fight here in front of my hometown crowd. I'm looking like it's my last chance. And I was the first one to take Albuquerque to the UFC. I was the first one to be in the UFC from Albuquerque. And now I'm bringing the UFC to Albuquerque. The Nightmare is coming back for Burke, for Albuquerque. Back to my roots, baby.
Nice.
So, that being said,
you're going to pick against him.
I have to say,
fuck that guy
unfortunately,
in his hometown.
Diego Sanchez has like George Gurgel syndrome. I mean, it's
funny you say. I was thinking about that the other day.
It's so crazy because, man, the guy will drill shit in training and he will come out with a game plan, and as soon as it stops working, he'll just go fuck it. And it's got to drive Greg Jackson crazy because, you know, he's a master tactician, and sometimes if you abandon the game plan too early, it never has a chance to kind of grow and get into where. And so many times Diego has proven that he just doesn't give a shit, and he goes balls to the wall.
He likes to bleed.
He does. And you know, the problem with that is
what?
Is that Ross Pearson?
He's not a woman?
Well, no. But I don't think so, at least. Ross Pearson is a very skilled fighter, and he has a good way of working his angles, getting in and out of the pocket, kind of staying busy. And I think that's going to work against Diego in this fight because Pearson's not going to be dumb and brawl with him. So I feel like this fight goes to a decision because Diego is one hard man to stop. But I feel like Pearson wins this probably 30-27, maybe 29-28. But I feel like, unfortunately, for all of Diego's like excitement and the Nightmare's back, Pearson's just going to put a clinic on, and Diego's going to look pretty beat up. It's weird. This guy loves to take punishment. He doesn't give a shit.
He loves to take 7 to give a half of
crazy.
1.
And somebody has got to be like, dude, you got to stop. Like,
this isn't good for your.
No.
You might have a little bit of brain damage right now, but
just a little.
Fuck, that guy's exciting to watch. Love that guy.
Yeah, I got to take Pearson. I mean, I'm a big Pearson fan. I know that he's had some rough fights, and I mean, he took out some guys that I never thought he could beat, like Soteropoulos, and I mean, he's handled people like I'm just like, wow. So, but I think this is going to be candidate for one of the best fights of the year.
Soteropoulos, that sounds like a fucking disease. As you said it, like, wow, this guy's like curing cancer over here. He's taking out Soteropoulos.
Yes,
love it.
I think it's candidate for fight of the year if these guys both come out.
It feels scrappy to me.
Big cardio,
scrappy,
exciting. Nobody's afraid to throw down. It could be good. I hope so.
The hometown is going to elevate him, though.
You think so?
He might even bring Jesus in for this one.
He's have his cross?
Jesus is going to sit front row.
Did he come out? Isn't there a GIF out there with him like running out with a cross?
It might be. Either him or Chemo.
Doing cartwheels?
Maybe you should bring Chemo out with the cross.
Good.
They can do that anymore.
Can they bring him out on a cross?
They should, and then they cut him down.
Yeah.
I like it. I like where we're going with this.
The resurrection? That would be a good storyline, though.
Back up in your ass with the resurrection.
Yeah. You could be like resurrected as the Nightmare.
Fuck yeah.
Interesting. Do that.
See?
I want to see that.
We should be running his walkout entrance.
Yeah.
We've got thoughts.
I'm not sure if that's pay-per-view even acceptable.
Doesn't matter. It's what we want.
Nailed to a cross.
This is like, fucking put it on the Pride card that you're going to charge us $100 for. That's fucking money in the bank,
I want him coming out nailed to a cross.
Why not?
Okay.
Maybe, are we literally nailing him, or is it figuratively?
Figuratively.
Okay.
You might be tied to it.
Okay, fair enough.
Not nailed. That would be.
I don't know how you're fighting after that.
Very well.
I should stop before I see him Henderson and.
Yeah. What does the 8 ball say?
Magic 8 ball Ross Pearson.
Nice.
Yes. Moving right along. Hopefully I'm dialed in now. Great. All right, we got Benson.
Smooth.
Henderson, he's 20-3 versus Rustam.
Tiger.
What's his last name?
Khabilov.
Tiger. Jesus Christ. Is that really the nickname?
Yes.
Like Tony did? They're great.
Yes.
Okay. He's 17-1. Henderson, 2 wins by KO, 8 wins by submission. And Khabilov, 4 wins by KO and 5 wins by submission. It almost sounds like some sort of food, a Khabilov. Is that right?
Sounds like it. They have people mistake him in that Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Khabib. They're kind of similar
Right
styles,
here.
similar looks.
Who is this guy? I thought he was fighting at 170.
Both got sambo backgrounds.
55.
Yeah. So it's an interesting. Do you want to go first?
Yes, please.
All right. So
I'm
a big fan of Khabilov. I feel like he's gonna be underestimated in this fight. I mean, this guy is brutal, and he just comes and brings crazy shit. I mean, the Masvidal fight. I mean, he slams dudes and knocks people out from throwing slams down. I mean,
he's a Jackson trained fighter too.
Yes, he is. Hometown crowd. Speaks barely a lick of English. I've listened to some of his interviews and I'm like, wow, okay, this guy is definitely Eastern Bloc. It's all good. I just feel like Ben Henderson. I mean, he's risking a lot taking this fight because this guy is no joke.
Number 11 versus I don't know what they have him ranked.
2,
1.
Ben Henderson.
He should be.
Doesn't say. He's in the top 3 for 4 for sure.
Oh, he's ranked number 1, so he's right after Pettis.
Does it say?
Yeah, right before their name.
Oh, right. Okay, I can see. I think he's risking a lot just because he wants to stay active against a guy that most people don't know, except for the hardcore guys, and that could easily finish him. Yeah, easily lose to him. And I feel he will lose to him, unfortunately. I'm predicting this is going to be a railroading. Ben, I don't know that Ben can stop takedowns from this guy. I don't know that Ben can stop ground and pound. I don't know what Ben can do against this guy. I mean, I think he's just going to get steamrolled, and first round TKO is what I'm predicting here. The underdog, the guy no one knows about is going to come in and put a hurting on Ben Henderson, unfortunately. What do you think?
Well, I think 2 + 2 = 4 some days. But like I say before, Henderson has gone to decision 9 out of the last 10 fights. I think this is a big step up for Khabilov.
True.
But the weird thing is, I'm going to pick Henderson. I'm going to pick Henderson to win this fight by decision.
Even though Josh Johnson
that's
dominated him in the clinch so well?
That I thought Thompson won that fight.
Me too.
And Henderson got a razor-thin split decision win.
Very close.
And then he loses the fight before that to Pettis by the armbar, which, you think of Henderson and submission defense, it's fucking on point. If I want some submission defense, that's one of the guys I would go to.
He's got a mental thing going on. He got married recently, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's the one who proposed in the octagon and everyone booed him.
That's true.
Fuck you! Boo, motherfucker! What? Come on! I know the fight wasn't the most exciting, but he's proposing right now.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna get in and out Henderson because Khabilov doesn't have all the experience necessary.
No, definitely not.
Just step up a competition.
Do you think this goes all the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a boring fight in my book. Hopefully it's going to be exciting because I like to jinx shit and say it's boring.
Well, yeah, if it's a 5-rounder, Khabilov's in trouble. But, man, it's hard.
I got to take the shot.
I think he goes balls to the wall.
Not even close. Not even close.
Nope.
All right. Magic 8-Ball.
Survey says.
Fly hazy. I wasn't really concentrating. I'm thinking about the Blackhawks. I want to check how they're doing.
You want me to tell you?
Okay. I don't want to cry, Ingo. You might fuck with me. I might have to check myself. You may rely on it. Benson Henderson for the Magic 8-Ball.
Okay.
Moving right along. We're going into some ass to nuts. While I sit here impatiently waiting for a glorious day. I haven't even worn a Blackhawks jersey yet.
No?
Not this year. I've done it before when they
needed
the extra power.
Somewhere.
I have
Where are they?
3. There's one hiding over there. I have a USA one over there. That one's fucking awesome. I think that one actually has blood on it, too. I used to wear that when we fuck around, play some shit.
Really?
We should say another sponsor. We should talk about GoDaddy, $1.99.com. I think it's MMA $1.99. Could be. Yeah, fuck, they lost. God damn it.
You're gonna be sad.
Who scored?
5-4 Kings. I'll tell you.
Those good. They won't die.
First, Alec Martinez, tip-in.
That's why you jinx them at the beginning of the show.
6 minutes and 5:47.
I'll tell you this, though. Those Kings, they play like cunts. You rip
Cunty?
a goalie's mask off when you're down 2-0 and don't get a penalty. Blasphemy.
You don't like that, huh?
Not so much.
Not some shit that
That's
you would
why you're
pull?
going to get your asses kicked next year when the first game you play together. Can't fight in the playoffs. That's the kind of problem with hockey, though.
What?
They never. It's rarely fight in the playoffs.
I thought they did.
Well, barely. Unless someone got cheap shotted for Jesus.
Why not? Should fight in the playoffs.
They should. Fuck it. Everyone should fight. Should fight when they have their All-Star game.
No.
I always thought they should always pick the best enforcer from one side, best enforcer from the other, and then as the game starts, the two guys should be the centers, the two enforcers should be the centers, and they should just fucking drop them. They play like such pussies when it's the All-Star game. No, let's not hit each other. Let's not hit. Let's just score
no one
goals.
wants to get injured.
I hear that, but fuck. Throw down. Throw down. All right. Ask the nuts.
Yes.
Brian Gonzalez. Why was Munoz ever ranked in the top 10? Oh, this is a Reebok T-shirt up for grabs.
Okay.
Which we will surely pick at the end.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on, guys. People are discredit. Come on. I mean, the guy, I think, didn't he have like emotional problems and he ballooned up to like 300 pounds or something?
So. I think he had bone chips. He had like bone spurs in his elbow too.
Yeah, I mean,
he had to take them out and then they laid them all out and took a picture. Thanks.
the dude's tough as nails. He's always had good wrestling.
Filipino wrecking machine.
Ground and pound. I mean, he's just fought a lot of good fighters, and I mean, he's getting older. Age just kind of catches up to you. What are you gonna do? Plus, this fucking fight's in Berlin. Like, the dude's from Hawaii, isn't he? This is like a huge difference in time.
He might even be from the Philippines.
I think he lives in Hawaii, doesn't he?
A Filipino wrecking machine.
I know he's Filipino.
Where does he live?
I don't know.
In the States.
I think
he's
San Diego.
running the, what is it, the Rain Training Center?
Oh. I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
Tsunami and goes. Tsunami. Josh Brown. If Brock Lesnar with a Z returned and Dana White only fed him lower ranked opponents to watch him steamroll them at one show a month, would it not be entertaining?
Probably yes.
It would be fucking awesome. I would love it.
I don't know.
Like Brock Lesnar, Andre Arlovski. Go.
I've loved every single fight he's had.
Yeah, I can't
I've
say
always
I
gotten
haven't.
excited about it.
There was shit going. You always felt this sense of something's gonna happen. This motherfucker is gonna kill somebody. There's too much weight. The cage. The first time him and Carwin fought.
Oh my God.
I thought someone's going through that cage. There's too much meat going at it, like, and it's solid meat.
Yeah.
Something's gonna go.
That was a good one.
Something's
man.
gotta give.
That was awesome.
Alfredo Valas Garcia. If you were in a desert, like in a Van Damme movie, Legionnaire, and a UFC fighter had to carry you to safe land, who would you choose? And you can go old school if you want.
Carry me to safe land.
I'm in a desert.
You thinking about like who has the best cardio?
There's a really horrible joke in here. I don't even want to say
I know what
it.
you're gonna say. Don't do it. Keep it to yourself.
You know Evan
Yes.
Tanner.
Oh man.
You're not telling me he would not be the best pick, and I'm sorry that was bad, but it had to be said.
Desert UFC fighter. Who would?
Well,
be?
do you take a woman?
Why?
I'm just saying. Or do you need a here are your choices. I'm going to add a little flavor to this melting pot. Do you take a woman in case you need some sex? Do you take a survivalist because you need someone to find you water? Like who do you? I haven't seen the movie Legionnaire, so I don't know.
I don't know what that is
the
either.
scenario is. Here.
Sorry.
I'm thinking desert. I need someone who's desert savvy. I need someone who's fucking strong. Probably taking me a Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, man. The Marine.
Yeah. Someone who knows
Army?
his shit.
The Army guy.
Ranger.
Army
Ranger up. Taking someone who's
I like
got
that
some
pick.
survival
I
skills.
like that pick.
Strong as fuck. Grapple. we run into what's in the desert, snakes. He'll fucking strangle them. He doesn't give a shit. He'll take care of business. He probably pack us some heat.
I like that pick. I support your pick.
All right, fair enough. Aurelius Gouli Masoy. Did you doze off during that long-ass UFC event last night?
Didn't watch.
It got boring, don't you think? He says, by the way, funny dick question on top, and thanks for the shirt. I got it. Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. And I pick and chose my battles yesterday with how I'm going to watch stuff. So I did not get tired, but some of the fights, not the most exciting. Gregory the Fountain, what are your opinions on Tough? Do you believe the show is getting better, or do you prefer the older episodes? And do you think there are too many seasons and too many countries?
Too many seasons, too many countries. Although I am liking the BJ Penn Frankie Edgar Tough this time around. And I don't know if that's because I'm a big BJ Penn fan.
Probably.
But maybe that has something to do with it.
And I think we need to go back to the if we're going to continue this series, go back to the premise of the original episodes where you take legends in the sport. The coaches do not need to fight. And here's another perfect example of the Chael versus Wanderlei. Guess what? The coaches aren't fighting now. So you just wasted a whole fucking season. So just bring in legends. You know, Hoist Gracie. Let's see him try to coach him versus Ken Shamrock and his team again.
Yes.
You know, Ken Shamrock and Dana just made nice. Fucking Shamrock was hilarious. When him and Tito were opposite coaches.
Oh, yeah.
They were so mental. Bring in Tito. I'd watch that one. Tito and Ken Shamrock.
Tito was a good coach, man.
He was. I didn't like him before that show, and then it showed.
Oh, he's coaching.
He's a really good guy.
He's like, no, you come here. You lost. You come here, and let me show you. He's like, don't leave here until I show you this.
Bring in a fucking Bass Rutten. Bring in a Don Fry. Bring in some of these fucking old school guys. Or let Mark Coleman run rampant. I heard he's doing
real well.
Pretty good.
Yeah. BJ's got a big team of like.
See, he did it right though. With
like I bring in the legends. I love it.
Enzo Gracie. Let him fucking run rampant.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's a lot of ways you can go with it.
I like it.
I think the legend ways to go. Wes Horton, what do you think about John Jones' contract negotiations? Do you think he is trying to get more money, or is he ducking Alexander Gustafsson? He hasn't signed the contract.
The fight contract?
Fight him yet.
I don't know. I didn't know that.
He's trying to renegotiate his contract again. So
sounds like a dick move.
Well, people are saying he's trying to get out of that fight. But where else are you going to go? It's Gustafsson or DC, so you're fucked either way.
Yeah, I think
he's got 2 hard fights in front of him if he gets past the first one. So what do I think about it? I think it's shit. Just fucking sign the contract. Let's get it going. This is probably
this is bound to happen. You can't be dominant forever.
No, he's gonna lose. He's going to lose. He's probably the most prima donna champion the UFC has ever fucking seen. You know?
Yeah.
All these other champions would say it like Chuck Liddell. Anywhere, anytime, I don't give a shit. Put him in front of me. You set him up, I'll knock him down. Not this guy. I gotta have it on my terms, my way. He should be like Burger King, right? It's your way, right away or something.
I think so.
That's how he should treat these
Although
fights.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. But
I don't eat Burger King.
I think Roy Nelson knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You can smell what I'm cooking.
All right.
Should I just keep throwing out shit
like that? You smell what The Rock is cooking?
Yes. And I did see that movie. What was it? Pain and Gain?
Loved
Loved it. Didn't expect much. It delivered more than enough.
That's pretty awesome.
That's a good choice. It's free if you have the Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you're probably retarded. You should get in on that. Buy 500 things a year from there.
Yep.
I get charged 10 cents per shipping.
Yep.
Corey McFall. What are your opinions on Fight of the Year now that we're about halfway through the year? And you throw some choices out. Silva versus Brown, Dillashaw versus Barao, Hunt versus Bigfoot.
That's still on mine.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I like that Hunt versus Bigfoot.
Yeah.
How often do you see 2 heavyweights slug it out for 5 rounds?
I don't know.
Don't even give a shit if the Bigfoot tested positive. He needed the juice.
That was a good fight.
Gigantism.
That was the one I remember where I don't recall any other fights this year. Maybe one. Where I'm literally on my feet going like, holy shit. Like, this is crazy.
That one went so back and forth. The Brown one was fun. just because every time he got hit in the body, he'd fucking crumple. But this one was, and it's heavyweights going 5 rounds and maintaining a decent pace for heavyweights.
Yep.
Ray Garza, who do you believe is next for a shot at the belt? The winner of McDonald versus Woodley, Lombard versus Kim, Lawler versus Brown, or a combination of some of those?
I think
Don't choke yourself.
Lawler Brown.
I agree. You all right? Do you need a Heineken?
No.
That's all good. Nick Burris, how much money did the UFC lose from sponsors when the wrong canvas was sent to Berlin?
Oh, you were just talking about that.
That's probably why I mentioned it earlier. I don't know.
Probably a lot.
At least $10. I don't think the UFC gets many dollars from sponsors. Yes, they do. Probably a lot of money. Ryan Smith, Mark Hunt versus Roy Nelson is confirmed for September 20th in Japan. Will this be similar to Hunt versus Bigfoot, since it's 2 guys with arguably the best chins in MMA?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Think it'll be better?
It'll be.
Or nothing will live up to that?
I think it will be over very quickly.
What?
I will not say who I think will win, but I think it will be over.
Don't you blaspheme, Mark Hunt. Don't you sit in my house.
I didn't
blasphemy on Mark Hunt.
I did not say Roy Nelson was going to win that fight. I'm just saying I think it'll be over quickly.
I know you're a big Roy Nelson fan.
Okay.
You know I don't like that guy.
I know you don't. I didn't say I was picking Roy Nelson. Don't put words in my mouth, sir.
Just cocks, right?
Only big black cocks.
Okay, fair enough.
Preferably 2 or 3 at a time.
Good, yes. Ears are the favorite.
Yes.
Felix Manuel Pena. Do you think Mendez has the edge this time around against Aldo? This seems more of a Nova versus Alpha rivalry. I can almost say that word. And so far, Alpha left Beta.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what you just said. What did you say? Alpha, Beta, Nova, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Pi, Chi.
No.
I don't know.
Versus Team Alpha male. You're saying so far Team Alpha is Team Beta?
Oh.
Meaning they haven't won.
Didn't they just win a champion, a belt?
Yes, but not in this weight class. No, I don't see much of a chance for Mendez against Aldo, but you never know. They finally have a belt. Anders Peterson, this question is to both of you. Would you rather suck a dick or suck a huge dick? Either way, you're going to suck a dick. You have to pick one.
Okay. Well, if you're going to suck a dick, it might as well be a big dick.
Yeah, and if it's going to be big, it might as well be black.
Black, yes.
And if you're going to suck one big black dick.
Might as well be lots.
Yes, it might as well be at least 3, if not half a dozen. Yeah. Fuck it, make a baker's dozen. Just line them up.
13.
Suck, like Sam Kinison would say, dick, 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 suck, 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 dick, 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 suck, suck, suck.
Yes.
Rock Hudson. And last question, Justin Dr. Brown Carter. Do you rock out with your cock out, or do you prefer to hang out with your wing out?
Sure.
I rock out with my cock.
At home?
Oh, not anymore.
All the time. What? Well, you have, yeah.
There's kids running around. In college, I would rock out with my cock out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although my son was the other day when I'm getting in the shower, he's like, "Dad," I'm like, "What?" I thought something was going on. Yeah. He's like, "What are those?" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Those thingies that are dangling." And I'm like, "Oh, well, son, those are testicles." It's like, "I don't have any," and I'm like, "You do." And then he's like, starts playing, and he's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Hey," like, "Okay, buddy." he likes to fuck with my wife and say, "Look, my pee-pee's being silly." I'm like, my wife looks at me and I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you."
Hey, he's discovering things.
He's just a boy. You don't want to like turn. As long as he's not doing it in public, it's okay. You want to encourage him, exploring his sexuality and all that nonsense, but it's just funny.
It's all good.
I'm just waiting. I have a daughter too, and I don't even know what kind of weird shit to expect from all that. I'm like, go see your mom. Okay, just go see your mom, please.
I try to stay in the conversations, but
it's hard.
Maintain a safe distance.
Yeah.
T-shirt winner.
Yes.
Going back through.
Maybe I don't know.
I think I like the desert question.
That was a good one.
I gotta double check. I think you've already won.
Or the big dicks. I'm always a fan of big dicks.
You know, it's desert. Alfredo.
Excuse me.
Avalos Garcia. Fuck it. Alfredo, you win. You win the Reebok t-shirt. You win the 6-figure UFC contract. Right?
No.
No, just the Reebok
But the t-shirt, yes.
So DM us your address, what t-shirt size. I'm sure it'll be coming.
And your cock size.
Right.
In case we want to send you cock rings.
Right into knowledge. So
just like
fucking move right along. So this weekend, my youngest daughter goes camping with the wife on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
So it's me and my oldest daughter. She's 12, and I was like, "Fuck it, we're watching Bad Grandpa. We're watching Bad."
I haven't seen
Grandpa.
that.
It's rated R.
Is it good?
It is rated R for good reasons. Holy shit.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't watch that with
Bad
a 12-year-old.
Grandpa. Is that the
This is Johnny Knoxville where he dresses up as a grandpa.
rated R?
Oh my god. It might have been rated X.
Oh, wow.
Because the first scenes, that'll spoil it for you, so if you're not watching, whatever. He decides he needs to piss in a soda pop machine.
Inside of it?
Yeah, so he like takes his dick out and sticks it in the machine, and then he pretends like he's stuck and he's trying to get people to help him, and all the time he's got his fake dick and he's like pulling it off and it's stretching out and stretching out. Like, okay, well, this is a good way to start off a movie with your 12-year-old daughter.
What? Did you tell your wife about this?
Oh yeah.
What'd she say?
Like, and we didn't go into scene by scene details, but we just talk about some of this, and my daughter is giving her the full recap on the whole fucking movie. But she learned so many new words, and like one of them was poontang.
Oh yeah.
She's like, what did they just say? Pontoon? I think, no, that's poontang. What's that? Oh, well, that's a slang word for a woman's vagina. This is a comfortable conversation.
Wow.
Yeah, it was way advanced. And then
You're brave, man.
There was a point where they go into a male strip club, and like, wow. Like, we gotta skip this one. I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we gotta skip. Sorry,
Okay.
but wow, yeah. So after that, I think I've heard her say shit probably 3 times today. I don't care. I don't care so much. You can swear in my presence if you're one of my children.
Okay.
You're in 6th grade. She said
Swear.
3 shits today. Wife didn't hear them. Wife's not a big fan of the swearing. And that's the one thing I've always told them. I don't give a shit. You swear in front of me, just don't do it in front of the grandparents. They're not a big fan of that one. Only recently just started swearing in front of my mom, and probably in the last 2 years.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was never allowed to swear.
Okay.
But I had friends' houses I was able to go to where
Swearing
you
was
say whatever the
encouraged.
fuck you want. Like, oh, this is awesome.
Nice.
I'm in high school. I should be able to swear.
Why not?
So. Anything else?
I have nothing.
knowledge?
After that, pretty much trumps anything I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all
Bad
good.
Grandpa. Check it out. Okay. Is it free on Amazon?
No, it was at the Red Box. So
Okay.
you can get it for like $1.29 or $1.49. Blu-ray. You gotta go Blu-ray.
Nice.
That's it.
That's it. That's been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name's Ingo Weigold.
Mike Griffith. Thanks for playing.